Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how you use an annotation tool that annotates on top of slides, pictures, PDFs, websites, almost all websites, videos, and more. I use it all the time. It helps keep kids engaged and connected to what I'm talking about because they're not always so great at listening, but when they see things, it helps them understand what I'm saying. So right now, I'm going to show you where this extension is. I'm going to go ahead and just click here and paste this in here. This is called Paint Tool Marker for Chrome, and I have already added it. That's why it says remove from Chrome. So once you add it, you're going to need to go up here to this little puzzle piece, and you will see it down here. And what you need to do is you need to pin it. And when you pin it, it will put it up here. If you don't pin it, it's installed, but you don't really have easy access to it. So once I pin it, and I see it up here, I like to move it to the far left because these two tools I use a lot. All right, once I've done that, I can go ahead and start using it. Now, this particular page is a web store. So if I click on this and I try to use it, it says, hey, you can't use it. So just be aware, not all websites use this tool. So I'm going to go ahead and say, okay. Let's see which sites do. So let's make a new tab and let's go to North Clackamas School District. So I'm going to click on this. Here I see a class and I am going to annotate on top of this. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this tool. You can see that it has different colors and different tools. I'm going to use this tool right here, the pencil tool, and I can change the size. So if I make it really, really big and I start to draw, it's going to draw. Now, notice this is a rolling website, so the annotation is still there, but it kind of cycles through. So just be aware of that. I can also make the transparency very transparent. So if I wanted to highlight something, you can see that it's highlighted right here, and it's like a highlight kind of feel. I also have the ability to erase, and I can erase a couple different ways. I can click on this, and I can make the size of the eraser very big, and I can just drag across it. Or I can use this, what I call the magic broom, and the magic broom gets rid of everything. So you can see that that is gone. I can also use this undo. So maybe I didn't want to erase everything, and everything can come back. And I can keep undoing and undoing and undoing and redoing if I want to. So be aware of that. I also have the ability to hide this because you can see as I move this, it might get in the way of things. And so if I press this hide option, it hides. It will stay on the tool that I was on, which this one happens to be the eraser tool. If I want it to come back, I would have to click on this right here, and there it is. I also have the ability to change colors. So if I would like to have blue or green, I can do so. I can change the transparency back, and I can use other tools here. So I can use circles, I can use squares, I can use a lot of different things. So just play around with those. This just makes lines. Every time I click, I can make another shape. So just see that as you need be. The other thing that's really important is when you are using this in another window or a tab. And I like to advise people to exit the room, exit it, so all that stuff goes away, and then go to your next item that you want to annotate. Now, slides, docs, all this will work, but know that the ink will only stay on this. It won't actually stick to the slide. So let me show you what I'm talking about. If I go ahead and click on this here, and I'm to draw, here I am drawing, and maybe I want to go to the next slide. Well, remember, I'm on the pencil tool, so if I go over here, it's going to want to write. It's still on the pencil tool. So what I want to do is undo that. I want to go to this selection tool, go to the second slide. Now notice that the ink is still there. Notice that the ink unfortunately doesn't stick on the slide, but that's okay. What I do is I just go ahead and use the magic broom, and it goes away. And then when I need to write on something or another slide, I just go ahead and select my pencil tool and draw as need be. I'm done with this. I clean. I go to my next slide, and I annotate on that one. So next slide, select the pencil tool and annotate. Very simple. All right. The other thing that you can do is you can exit if you want to. So when I'm all done and I'm wanting to quit, I can just exit. Just so you know, this can also be used on YouTube videos. So if I went and I was showing a YouTube video on a beagle. All right, so here it is. Oftentimes when we show a video, you need to stop and point out something right here. So I'm going to mute this for a second and let this kind of go through its ads. But I can actually stop. So let's skip the ad and watch the cute puppy here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn this on right here. There we go. And maybe I want to point. Now look at, there's all my stuff from the last time. That's because I didn't clean it up. You always want to use that broom and exit before you go to the next one. So maybe I want to stop this, but remember I can't stop it unless I go to that and then I go over here and I stop. Maybe I want to point out something in the video. I'm now going to use this tool and I'm going to circle on top of the video. So pretty much works on any website that is in Chrome. This is a Chrome extension. I could even use it in a Meet. So if I had this up, now remember I went to another tab. So what I would suggest that you do is you leave the room by exiting, go to the Meet, go to your tool, and then pick your color, and you can draw in a Meet, which is pretty cool. So some of you are using a document camera. If you're using your document camera as your camera in your Meet, you could annotate on top of it with this tool. It's pretty cool. All right, I'm going to go ahead and clear, and I'm going to leave the room. Super easy tool, super effective to help kids see where you are and engage them a little bit more. If you have any questions about this extension or anything else, please feel free to contact me, Amy Gertenrich-Dwyer, Carolyn Kirschman, or Kristen Montagano, and we'd be happy to help you. Have a great week.